Hello, it's Brent Sherry, Leverage and Lane, and this is the See How video for the new worksheet when opening by leveraging the macro recorder. If you haven't used the macro recorder before, you can record actions taken in Excel and generate VBA code automatically. Let me show you how to do this. You can navigate to the Developer tab and then look for Record Macro. Once you click Record Macro, all of your actions in Excel are being recorded. And in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can create a new worksheet with this macro recorder. Go ahead and select Record Macro, and you get a pop-up which gives you the opportunity to enter in a macro name, a shortcut key, where you want to store this macro. Traditionally, you're going to leave this to this workbook, and then you can enter in a description for your macro. Descriptions are great if you create a lot of macros that you don't use as often, so then you can recall exactly what the macro is going to do without having to walk through the code. So this is fine for this video. You can go ahead and click OK, and now the macro recorder is recording, and the only action I want you to fire for this tutorial is the new sheet action. You can select that and see a new sheet appear, and then navigate back up and stop the recording. That's it. So then what we're going to do is navigate into Visual Basic, because you can leverage this recording of a new sheet and actually be able to fire this every time this workbook opens. So navigating into Visual Basic, you're going to head down to Modules. And then you'll see that Module 1 is now in existence. If you double click that, you'll see the code that was recorded with the macro recorder. The only code that we care about that was recorded is this code line here. Once you select this, you can copy it, and then you're going to navigate to this workbook. With a right click, you'll see you can view the code. Go ahead and select that. And then within here, you can actually leverage VBA to fire this code when the workbook opens. All you need to do is enter in this code here. And once you have things looking like this, you can go ahead and paste in the code we just copied. And there you go. Now, when you try to exit or save Visual Basic, you're going to get an additional pop-up. It's going to ask you if you want to save this as a macro-free workbook or a macro-enabled workbook. You actually want to select no on this to get this macro to fire each time this workbook opens. When you select no, you're going to get the opportunity to save this workbook as a macro-enabled one. You can do this by selecting the file type macro-enabled workbook. Once you do this, you can go ahead and click save, and now this workbook is saved as macro-enabled. Next time you open this macro-enabled workbook, you'll see that a new sheet is created automatically. This is pretty cool because you can leverage the macro recorder that already exists in Excel and then get it to fire when that workbook opens. I absolutely want to know what you think of this one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay awesome.